today, from Soldier Field in Chicago, this is Madden NFL 21. We'll see Mitchell Trubisky and the Chicago Bears taking on Deshaun Watson and the Houston Texans.
Now, the good news is that the winds aren't as violent as they were yesterday in Chicago, but it's still pretty darn cold. To be expected, I guess, for December football at Soldier Field. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Houston Texans. We're set for football, and off we go from Soldier Field. That'll be taken about a yard deep and makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Texans offense going to go to work, and it is Deshaun Watson at quarterback.
When we talk about the best dual quarterbacks in the NFL, don't leave Deshaun Watson out of the conversation. 2 straight years he's been a Pro Bowler. Excellent numbers again last season with 26 touchdown passes, 7 more added on the ground, and firm leadership and control of his Houston Texans team. Now he's looking forward to taking the next step and beating Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson in the playoffs and getting the Houston Texans to a Super Bowl.
Now a first down throw, Watson. And this one grabbed by Darren Fells. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down.
First down, Houston.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
The ball carrier.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there, first down.
And the Texans.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
From the 41, Watson. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Tariq Cohen is deep for the Bears. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Bears getting the football here offensively, and the man in charge at QB. It is 4th year now for North Carolina, Mitchell Trubisky.
We've seen a lot of ups and downs in the young career of Mitchell Trubisky. 3 years with the Chicago Bears, and he's a young quarterback still learning on the job. But what numbers do you trust with him? 8-7, 15 starts last year, but he was 11-3 the year before. The Bears offense, though, in 2019, just 25th in passing and 29th overall. They're looking for Mitchell Trubisky to elevate his game and bring the Bears along with him.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now.
The ball carrier.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Trubisky to throw. He'll find Miller. That's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. And he finds Jimmy Graham. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? From the shotgun is Trubisky. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 14 yards in a Chicago 1st down.
1st and 10.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking 1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Trubisky. He rifles one that's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
He's passed. Intercepted by the Texans.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. They were forced to punt last time. Now, I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
They come up with exactly 1 minute to go in this first quarter. After the interception, here's Watson. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. A shotgun snap for Watson. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Up 2nd and 3 at the Bears' 7-yard line.
Watson a give. This is Johnson. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. From the gun, here's Watson. This is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. From 6 yards away. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, we had the scoreless first quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the second quarter to get some action on the scoreboard.
So was the first quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good play, just didn't have any points. So now it's game on.
And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the result, a Houston touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Bears take over 1st and 10.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
Roughing the passer, defense.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Automatic first down.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Here's Trubisky. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
And Robinson with a big catch. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first.
Chicago Bears.
7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Really? Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add, to pick up a 1st down.
I was going to say on 3rd down for the defense, it's one thing to give up a reception. You just got to shake your head on a one-handed catch to pick up the first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. Zach Cunningham, the leading tackler in the AFC in 2019, is there defensively.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for his rookie Cole Kmet that time. And that'll make it 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Draw play here. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
The Bears on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 3. Oh, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
Incomplete.
So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. Eddie Pinheiro on now for the Bears. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
7, Bears 3.
Well, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. DeAndre Carter returning it. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 26.
So here's David Johnson in the Houston offense yet again. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far here in the second quarter. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 26. He'll start with a handoff to Johnson. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Give all that credit defensively to Khalil Mack. A great stop in the backfield.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Two minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. The throw over the middle taken in. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he is going to have a Texans first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Watson on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Some might say that he's got looked at in and absorbed the contact, but even at his size, that's a tough throw to hold on to. He was unable to on that attempt.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Steps away. And he's going to keep it here. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Watson on 3rd down. Finding fouls complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
On first down, it's Watson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And this one is right down the middle. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
Bears 3.
Offensively, pretty good execution. Long drive, chews up the remainder of the first half clock, and they finish it off with 3 points.
And what's the best byproduct of the whole thing besides the fact that they got points on the board? They didn't leave the other team any time to mount a drive themselves.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. Now it's Patterson. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
On the return. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
With a white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We just watched a strong first half from quarterback Deshaun Watson. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. On the move to his left. Now he'll pull it down. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
That's good.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. A play fake to Montgomery. Now Trubisky. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Boy, 30 more yards and another first down.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Robinson. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Draw play. Cohen. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Trubisky. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the Bears are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves them with a first and goal.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They'll run for it with Montgomery. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Second effort there. He was determined to find pay dirt, and he did.
I think that's a great example of what coaches talk about, a back that runs behind his pads, and he uses pads to get him into the end zone.
For the extra point. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. Here's Carter now on the return. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Johnson, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Ball carrier.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
On 2nd and 7, Watson. And now he'll tuck it and run. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
On the keeper. It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
Running from the gun, Johnson. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Houston. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to get going again. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll start with the option. And some room to work. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Okay, take us to school here, Charles. On a play like that, pretty successful RPO. What's the quarterback looking at?
Basics. He's looking at the defensive end or the outside linebacker. If that player crashes down to take the running back, quarterback pulls it, runs to the outside end. Some teams, though, will read different players depending on defenses, but basically it's that outside player.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They run, Montgomery. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
David Montgomery.
Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
2nd down at 5. Trubisky will throw. Rolling to his left. He's going to take off with it. opted to run for it. The decision a good one, picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 42-yard line. Montgomery. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
That's a gain.
Finds a tight end in the middle of the field. Just a simple stick route. Decent gain. Doesn't get you a whole lot, but it's pretty reliable, isn't it?
And tough to defend. The Bears on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Hasn't been his best afternoon on the ground, far from it, but a critical 3rd down conversion.
This afternoon just got better. All right, you're exactly right. It hasn't been his best in terms of yardage, but that run there, that's the one your teammates look to you and go, okay, that's what we want from you. That's what we need. Now they have a chance to keep moving forward and a chance to win the game.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
The ball carrier.
J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Forced out to his left. He'll try and run it. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Trubisky, and that is incomplete. And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete.
Bradley Roby on the coverage defensively.
A big one coming for kicker Eddie Pinheiro. This to break our 4th quarter tie.
1-yard attempt.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first.
13. Texans 10.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Houston set to take over, and now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And he'll drop here to throw. Open man, the tight end fails. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
On 1st and 10, Watson. He gets it left side to Johnson. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 48-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. To the air yet again, Watson. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 34-yard line. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Texans.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Watson gets one into the hands of Cobb. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Watson trying to get his guys moving. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 19. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
The Texans' 1st down.
1st down now, but that clock rolling. From the red zone now, Watson out to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Nice solid game there, partner, but the clock is starting to become his enemy.
Absolutely. Every second right now, more and more precious as it ticks. It's hurry-up mode time for the Texans, hustling up to the line. He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he will force his way forward for a yard or 2, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back.
Offense. No hesitation.
Well, they were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson.
Complete.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Call it a gain of 5. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Mike, set. 19.
Watson. And this is going to be incomplete. Fourth down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, over-excited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to tie things up in the final minute. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think that pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away. Now it's Patterson. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The Chicago offense set to get started. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Four quarters not enough. We're all even, into overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Now it's Patterson. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. Steps away. He'll run it. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line.
Good job, good job. Offense. No! We gotta do our job, man!
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. following the penalty. Montgomery. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
First throw in overtime now for Trubisky. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. And now third and very long. Are you cautious here?
I think you have to be, because the first mantra of any football game is don't lose it. Then you give yourself a chance to win it. And if you go ahead and force something now, take a big shot that doesn't pay off, you didn't help your defense out.
Now Trubisky lost the football, and the Texans scoop it, and he brings it back to the house. It's a touchdown, and a crazy inning, a defensive score wins it. Still catching our breaths from that electric finish. You get into overtime, that's one thing. It was a great 4 quarters. But then in OT, not only to win it, but to win it on a defensive score. Wow.
Oh, definitely. And I think from now on, we're going to definitely travel someone who can help us, because I thought I was going to pass out at the end. Not just getting to the overtime, but the plays in overtime that led to this one, and to finish it on a defensive touchdown, a takeaway that gets into the end zone. I'm not rooting for anyone, but boy, I love to see games finish that way.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandin Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Soldier Field.